and welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, I'm Patrick and I love bullet journaling art and calligraphy, and in this video we're about to tackle one of the projects that I've set myself for the month of May, which is to do one lesson out of an art book. And I've chosen this specific Zeichenschule, this specific art book, where I'm going to look at chapter 2. The exact title of unit 2 is schematische Darstellung, so schematic representation, and I'm going to have a look at it. It's basically about how to use lines and how to get the basic idea of a picture or something down, and I'm very looking forward to it. And I will first have a look at all of the explanations and write some notes. For every lesson you have a step-by-step exercise afterwards, and I will then also do the exercise to have a look at how it's going, whether I'm able to use everything that has been said in the explanations, and let's see what comes out of it. And I'm very looking forward to it. I've always wanted to improve myself with the help of many different resources, and I always wanted to go through this specific book, and now I'm able to do this. So I would say we jump right into it and I have a look at all of the explanations. Alright, so I had a look at the lesson, I had a look at all of the explanations, I took some notes. It's about 2 pages of notes. I will show you a screen recording of those notes here, and I would also like to share a little bit of that information with you. So in general, a schematic representation, I also would call it a loose sketch, because it's a quick drawing which helps you to get your motif on paper. And you can basically use everything, and what has been recommended is charcoal or something that's called a red pen, a Rotstift. I do think that this is something like a red coal. So with this you could create big contrasts, and with the red pen you can also create more compact and more concrete lines in comparison to charcoal. And what you should always do is you should use different lines, different types of pressure, and maybe even different colors to create contrasts and to create differences, so your motif is a bit comes to life a bit more. And it is important to know which pen to use. So there are, for example, different types of pencils, and harder pencils allow you to have more clean and harder lines. But if you are using soft pencils, you can sometimes even rub on the lines, so you create more softer lines as well, and this also creates a different effect on your paper. You should also try to create the correct line, so the angle that you're using to create the line makes a difference. Also, like if you're holding your pen rather straight, or if you're using it rather flat on your paper, this can also, of course, make a difference. And with all of what I've said, like thinner and thicker lines with more or less pressure, and different types of line qualities, you are able to create contrasts on your schematic representation, which allows you to create a bit more depth. One thing is also that the paper, the texture of the paper, can also define whether your lines look different, whether there is a lot of texture or not. I think all of this is like, if I'm telling it to you right now, it probably sounds like, oh yeah, I mean, that's kind of basic knowledge, what are you talking about? But sometimes you have to, I think you also have to consciously think about such basic stuff as well. So really choose your material, choose the pens that you want to use, and you should know how they affect your sketch, and not just the pen but also the paper, and that's kind of fun, and it was very interesting to have a look at it that way. And now we go on to the step-by-step exercise from my book, which gives me a lot of explanations on how to create a scenery using pastel chalks. Alright guys, so the exercise has been done. There was this step-by-step guide of, using specific colors, starting with just a couple of lines and then, going in with various layers and stuff, and it was kind of fun. First of all, what is really fun is the way my hands look, because one of the steps has also been to use chalk on your fingers and rub it into the paper so it gets a different structure instead of just coloring that area in, which was really fun. I was using my fingers quite a lot, which was a bit new, I have to say. However, it was really, it was absolutely funny, and I wanted to show you what has come out of it. So I'm now adding a picture, maybe here, from, first of all, the photo that has been the reference for all of this, and now I will add the drawing that has been done in the book itself, and this is what has come out of my version. And guys, what do you say? So what are my thoughts? Well, there are not many details, and there was not a lot of like small branches, for example. That hasn't really been a thing. However, what I really enjoy is that you see different types of areas down here. Honestly, I will post a picture here and maybe then you will see it a bit better. So here is now my drawing. Well, this should be a schematic representation, so there shouldn't be too many details and stuff. However, I think I'm really, that is what I definitely achieved. So there are not many details. However, I think you see the building, you understand the building, I would say. It is very, very loosely sketched, but yeah, you see a couple of things, you see a couple of windows and stuff, so that is fine. When it comes to the greenery that should be like on the right and on the lower part, I think then you see that you see different types of patches, so there is somewhat of a color difference that I've been able to add here to have almost certain areas, and it might even be like different types of plants, so that worked quite well. Honestly, there is a specific part from the sky which is the combination of white and blue, and here I had to use my finger to basically combine the white and the blue, and to me it looks quite well. It worked quite well, I think. I really enjoy how I've added like those white parts in between all of the branches and stuff, because that works quite well, I think, as too, because when you look at regular trees, there is always like a bit of sun peeking out here and there, so I think that worked out quite well. However, I think especially in that upper part where the tree is, I do have quite a lot of orange that is still coming through from the paper, and I'm not really sure whether that should be the case or whether I should have colored in those parts a bit more. But right now I'm really enjoying how it looks. I really enjoy the way that everything kind of worked out. I'm really enjoying the colors as well. The exercise said that I should use 3 colors, so the ones I was using is white, a blue, for me it was an ultramarine blue, and then it said you should use a color that is sienna. I had to actually Google it, and sienna is an earthy red or orange tone, kind of like paprika or turmeric. So it should be an earthy orange tone, so I was using this color, which is called vermilion. The thing is, it said that when you combine blue and vermilion, or blue and sienna, then you get a bit of a darker color. However, I think that didn't quite work out for me. So to create those darker areas, I was actually using black in the end. It works quite well, I think. Maybe that's also because of the chalks that I'm using. It works a bit better because maybe they don't merge as much as they should, but still, I think it worked out quite well. I really enjoy it. I will definitely keep it in some way, shape or form. I'm not sure whether it's going to hang somewhere or whether I'm going to create a collection or something. Maybe I do, because honestly that exercise today was really fun. I was really enjoying the process. I was also really enjoying to use those pastel chalks today because I've never used those before. However, yeah, it was really fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well, watching me create this. Yeah, with that, we have successfully done one of the projects of May. I'm very happy to have shown you that, and with that we've come to the end of this video. And if you would like to see more of me, I still do have 2 other projects for May, and I do have a lot of other videos coming up, so if you have enjoyed this and would like to see more, please subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a like, and if you've come this far, please also comment a pencil emoji. If you would like to tell me anything in general, please comment as well. And with that, I would like to thank you again for watching, and we will see each other in my next video. And until then, please take care. Bye!